My ex wants to have sex with me. Should I hook up with him? Hey, ladies, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And obviously, based on the title of the video, we are getting into the nitty gritty. We are talking about the elephant in the room, the question that I get quite often in my one on one coaching sessions, and it is about hooking up with your ex. First and foremost, if you are in this situation, if you are watching this video, my assumption is you are contemplating doing it or you already have, and you're trying to figure out if you made a mistake. If that is the case, do not fret, do not worry, you are good. This does not mean that you've ruined everything. This does not mean that it's over and that you now seem needy and desperate and clingy again. It doesn't mean any of those things. If you started to go down that road and down that path, take a step back, right? I wanted to kind of go over some of the important things when it comes to this subject, right? And the first one that you have to take into consideration is maintaining a realistic expectation. What is it that you are expecting out of this interaction? And the mistake that most people make, the mistake that you may be making right now in your mind is, what does this mean? Does this mean that he's interested in me again? Does this mean that he wants to be in a relationship again? Does this mean that we're going to start dating again? Does this mean that we have the potential for marriage again? Your mind starts going crazy. You start asking yourself 1,000,001 questions. And the reality is you have to have a realistic expectation. If you are going to go into this circumstance, if you are going to follow through with hooking up with your ex, you have to put yourself in the mindset that that does not mean you are going to end up together. You have to look at this very casually. That being said, it's also important to take into consideration the length of time that it has been since you broke up. If it is a very recent breakup, I would not necessarily recommend hooking up with your ex. And the reason why is because it can complicate your situation, right? So depending on the reasons for the breakup, right? Was there intimacy issues? Was there trust that was broken? Was there infidelity? Whatever the case may be, right? If you jump into bed with your ex too soon, you may confuse yourself. You may confuse your ex. You may create this layer of confusion in general around the entire situation. And if your end goal is to get your ex back, if your end goal is to re-attract your ex, you have to allow for some time and space, because the reality is it is one of the most important parts of reconciliation, of repair. You have to allow for time to heal some of these wounds. And I know that sounds super cliche. I know that sounds very, existential. This is what you hear in every love, romance, relationship book, that you have to let time heal your wounds, but it's true. And I've seen it time and time and time again with many different clients. So allow for time and space. The other part of this is, if you jump in to bed with your ex too soon, if they are the ones that broke up with you, if he broke up with you, you are not allowing him to feel the repercussions of his actions. And therefore, he's got it easy, right? He doesn't have to be in a relationship with you, yet he still gets the benefits of having sex. And that doesn't help your circumstance. That actually puts you in a very precarious situation. They have the lead. They have the power in this situation. And it's time to pull your ex off of the pedestal and put yourself back on the pedestal and invest in yourself and live your life and do your things. Because if you are wanting long-term results, you have to invest in the short term. And it really sucks. I know how difficult it is. And I've said many times before, relationship recovery is counterintuitive. Everything that we think we should be doing, most of the time we should not be doing. And the reason for why is because, conceptually speaking, not being around your ex feels like you are going to lose your ex. That makes sense. But it's just not the reality of recovery. It's not the reality of repairing a relationship. It actually shows your ex that they have a potential of losing you. And that potential is a catalyst for them to come back and try to rectify whatever mistakes they made, or come to the realization that you were the best thing that happened to them in their life. And you have to believe that for yourself. The third part of this, which may seem contradictory to what I said, is trust your gut, right? I know I just said that everything is counterintuitive, but when I say trust your gut, you know. There is a feeling inside of you that says this is a no-go. I shouldn't be doing this, or I'm totally fine with it. And if you have been able to get to a place emotionally where you have the capability of being neutral, you are okay with however the situation will play out, right? Positive or negative, whether you end up together or not. If you have finally gotten to that mental and emotional place where you are fine, then by all means, do what you feel is right. But if you are not there, if you have an ulterior motive and that motive is being driven by emotion, if that motive is being driven by fear, by anxiety, you are not ready. And woman's intuition, right? You can feel that it's not right. And you are going against your better judgment because you feel that if you have that intimate moment with him, if you feel like if you have that physical connection with him, you will be able to achieve re-attracting him. But again, understand, there are multiple things to take into consideration here. And one of them is the timing factor. Another one is the severity of the breakup, right? Another one is where you stand emotionally and mentally. Are you ready? Do you have a realistic understanding and grasp on the situation? And if you do not, that's okay. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. That doesn't mean that, you're never going to be able to get your ex back, because a lot of this is also mindset. It just means that the timing is not right. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love to have open dialogue with people, so please make sure you leave your comments in the comment section as well. I read as many of them as I possibly can. I try to respond to as many as I possibly can. Maybe you just feel like you need a little bit more information, right? You need a little bit more details about this situation. You can visit us at www.withmyexagain.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. You can also book a one-on-one coaching session with me or any of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team. We have Coach Natalie, Coach Adrian, Coach Abby, Coach Priyanka. We are all here to support you through whatever it is you are going through. And if you need that little extra oomph, that little extra motivation, that perspective that you just have not been able to attain, we can help you with that. You can book via the website as well. And again, like I said, you can either book with myself or any of the other amazing coaches, and we would be happy to support you. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you soon.